And if I'm lying, all these people right here, all the cameras, her, all these people, tell them I'm lying then.
So, for you guys who may not know, there was a situation that happened in Vegas with Andrew Holmes, Trustee Holmes, and obviously with an employee of the village, Fina Dukes, and there was some accusations about sexual assault. Now, the latest with that situation is Las Vegas decided not to press charges. They, I guess, received as much information or evidence that they possibly could, and they decided not to press charges on Trustee Andrew Holmes. I think Fina Dukes still has a lawsuit against Dalton. I think also the police officer, Officer Miles, that brought this attention to the mayor and telling him what's going on, he was, I guess, demoted as well. So there's some still legal implications, I guess, civilly. But for the longest, Andrew Holmes has not publicly talked about this situation. And the reason why a lot of people are interested in knowing what's going on here is because he is still an elected official. So the residents of Dalton would like to have at least him talk publicly, denial, whatever the issue is, he is still a public servant. Either he should just resign or speak about it. Because at this point, the people have some questions. There's more pressure need to be pressed on him. So Fina Dukes actually showed up. So we want to show this part of the meeting again and see how Henyard tells Andrew Holmes not to speak. And it made it seem like the meeting, later on in the meeting, that Andrew Holmes was going to probably talk about this.
Is there anybody else? Is there anyone else?
You gonna be with
Your 3 minutes up.
That's where you gonna be going. Remember that. You going to jail. You going to jail. And the people that's helping you. Your goons, they going to jail too.
All right, go ahead. You have the floor.
You going to jail. All the money you done stole.
I want to start by saying there's nobody like the God I serve. And I don't want to say that because he only allowed me to come as far as this podium. And that's the only person I fear and thing I fear besides going to jail. So I'm not going to go past this podium like he told me. But I only came up to here to say, because Las Vegas said what they said, because a lot of places say what they say when they say things like this, so I'm going to ask you myself.
Amen. All right. Come on, baby.
Why would you do that?
Wow. Tell her why.
And if I'm lying, all these people right here, all the cameras, her, all these people, tell them I'm lying then. Is that why you've never said anything? Is that why you disappeared as soon as this came out? Is that why? I'm supposed to be scared of you? Hell, motherfucking no. So tell me I'm lying, or tell them why. That's all I can do. I'm standing up for that.
We stand with you. We stand with you, baby. We stand with you.
All right.
My minutes ain't over.
So,
It's a shame.
thank you.
This is your time, baby girl.
Okay, so at this point, Andrew Holmes should say something. He should take the mic, make the statement at this point. Since the situation has happened, because if you can go and look at older meetings from a year ago, 2 years ago, Andrew Holmes spoke a lot. He was in the mix. He spoke as much as the other trustees during these meetings. All of a sudden, as Henyard got into more issues and back and forth, the man doesn't speak. His head's down. He's on his phone. A lot of times he's, when they have the, call the roll, they have these votes, you can barely hear him. He said maybe 5 words in this meeting. The man stopped speaking. So at this point, someone comes to you with an accusation, and if you believe it's not true, at this point, you should say something. You should have said something a long time ago. But let's see how this plays out again.
Instead of next to victims in Chicago. Pray. We stand with the men.
I don't hear you. I think you see you got so much to say in front of all the cameras for everybody who's missing or dead or shot or whatever. But you do something, and now I'm a victim. So stand up for me.
Yes. That's right.
Say it again.
Yes. Right.
And you allowed to trust you, Uncle Drew?
Yes.
Remember, I did do that because you ain't let nobody mess with us. Not the 2 Live crew. I would have never thought, ever, and I'm gonna hold my composure for this. I would have never thought that you would have ever. So tell him mine.
Again, so he is Andrew Holmes, the advocate, right? When someone's hurt, there's a victim, someone's getting shot, there's a missing person, there's something going on, and he finds his way in front of a camera. It's pretty often, it seems like. He has the same vibe, the same way of moving as I remember back in New York City with this guy named Al Sharpton. I'm sure you guys are familiar with him. Anytime something happened, he would show up. And I don't know if he made anything better. I mean, I'm not a big fan of Al Sharpton, but if something happened, he will go up show up, be on TV, and he's the advocate, right? Whatever. It's very similar to Andrew Holmes and how he moves. And he's accused of something, and the man just disappears, doesn't speak.
Yes. Tell them. Justice for Henyard. Yes.
Not gonna dress her because we all can see that. That's
Yes.
cool. I already figured that out. Me
They
growing up
told
under
her.
her.
She didn't care.
Me growing up under you, G.
You know what?
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Trustee, hold on. Let her finish. So don't go back and forth. Hold on. We had a board meeting. Trustee, you have this opportunity to speak, but this is not that. Don't go back and forth. You can say something when you're done. All right, you got 30 more seconds. You got 30 more
You're an
seconds.
advocate.
Wait,
You're an
let them forget, go back and forth.
advocate.
I'm
Don't
gonna
let
give you the floor.
don't let her mute you.
Let her finish.
Don't let her mute you. Say something. She deserves it. She's a
All
victim.
Just like she didn't
She's a
stand up
victim.
and she's a woman. She didn't care.
Just say it now. She's been waiting. She's been waiting. Say something. I beg you.
All right, your time is up. Thank you so much. All right, thank you.
Right, because she knows. She shut him up for a reason.
Thank you.
She shut him up for a reason. She deserves that. Speak.
All right, guys, you're not gonna get a statement if you're out of order. Simple as that. So, okay, it's over with. Y'all can have a seat. Let me finish my meeting. Drew will have the opportunity to speak, but it is not right now. So thank you. Thank you. Next on the agenda is. Oh, you got another person? Oh, I didn't know. I thought she was the last.
So we all sat there and watched the meeting. The meeting finished. Andrew Holmes did not speak about it at all. It seemed like it was a delay tactic. I want to know why Henyard decided to not let him talk. Because I've seen many of these village meetings. During public comment, if there's something worth answering when the resident speaks about it, the trustee or the mayor, whether it's Henyard or at least Mayor Riley, the mayor before her, they would talk and address it, even during public comment, if it was something worth discussing. So for her to jump in, being more, oh, well, technically, this isn't the part of the meeting when you go back and forth. You don't want to go back and forth with him, Trustee Holmes. Wait until the end. You'll have your time to speak. And the man didn't talk at all. Maybe said 3 words, maybe 4 words. Is it a prevention due to if you say something stupid or wrong in Henyard's eyes, it messes up her situation, messes up what she got going on. And the fact is, it's still a pending lawsuit. But if it's clear that he did not do anything inappropriate, he should be able to say that even under legal scrutiny, because if you didn't do it, you didn't do it, right? Clearly, there's something going on beyond the surface. And I think Holmes' actions, whatever they were, will affect Henyard. So at this point, the one thing that she doesn't want to talk about, she talks about everything else, right? I mean, Henyard could talk for an hour and a half, no breaks, and just go on and on. But when it comes to this situation here, all of a sudden, she doesn't want to talk about it. And then she stopped Holmes from talking about it. There's just 2 times where Holmes is about to say something, and it stopped, and then we kind of all move on, and who knows what the hell's going on, right? So I think if it was just Holmes burying himself, I think Henyard would not care. I don't think Henyard cares about a lot of any of these people. But whatever happened in Vegas, she does not want him to speak. And they can use the excuse, well, it's a pending lawsuit, so we're not going to talk about it, right? Vegas dropped the charges on Holmes. Holmes don't necessarily have to talk about it. I think he should, considering that he is the advocate, right? He's out there in the streets of Chicago trying to be someone that's helping people seek justice. And now he is on the opposite end and someone else is seeking justice and he can't have a public statement about what's going on. It's very telling. It's very odd. Not exactly, I think he does have a lawyer, but there's something off about the whole situation. And I don't think he's up for a re-election. I think he's doing this is probably his second term. So I guess he'll just move on to whatever he's doing. I was actually looking forward to him speaking. Cause she said, oh, you know what? You're going to have your time, you're going to have your moment to speak. And as they usually do, they went through so many issues in the meeting that we all kind of, I didn't forget, but they was able to adjourn the meeting. And Andrew Holmes spends another month not answering the situation. And I understand, legally, I guess he's fine, right? Las Vegas did not decide to press any charges. He does not have any criminal charges on him. But him being a public servant, he needs to have more to say other than saying absolutely nothing. And just being, at this point, the only rubber stamp vote. I guess Stan still jumps in now. Stan is on the fence. 1 minute he's with her, next minute it's like whatever. But Andrew Holmes is the constant rubber stamp vote for Tiffany Henyard, and Henyard controls him. And who knows what he did? Will we ever know what actually happened? I have no idea. But I thought that was most telling part of that meeting. I guess what we'll see next month. As much pressure you keep putting on him, eventually he will speak and maybe he'll provide more information about what happened that night.